back. My name's King, and you're going to be kicking it with me for a few. Today, I saw some discourse around support Nasus, and I just got out of a game playing against the support Nasus that picked into a really, really bad spot. Support Nasus isn't bad, but what it comes down to is you have to understand why you're picking him and what spots to pick him into. He's really, really good against high tank, 80 tank champions like your orange, your Maokai's, your Scions and whatnot. People who are building those thorn mails and those Randuins and things of that nature. Just overall tank items. Not the best in the bruisers, but primarily if you pick them in a tank, you're doing really really well. And then dun dun dun. Of course, he's going to be really really strong against 80 carries, especially with Wither, and on this patch being buffed to do 75% attack speed slow. Now, with that being said, he's not always great into certain 80 carries because there are different categories of 80 carries. You have your standard traditional 80 carry, your marksman, and then you have your 80 caster 80 carries. And the difference generally just comes from 80 carries do damage based off of their auto attack damage, 80 casters do damage based off of their abilities and spell rotations. If you're enjoying this content, please feel free to drop a like, subscribe. You can come and join me Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and all across the weekend here on twitch.tv/call_me_king. And again, it's twitch.tv/call_me_king. I'd love for you to join me and have a great time and be a part of the crew. Other than that, when it comes to, I was just going to do a quick rundown of 80 carries that Nasus support should be picked into. I currently have like 100% win rate, or I think it is actually 100%. It is a lower elo account, but that's nonetheless, it's a really, really strong pick. If you're playing against, your current elo. Ophelios, Ash, Caitlyn, Draven, Jinx, Kaisa, Callista. Callista probably gets hit the hardest because Callista gets a double negative. So when you wither or when you slow Callista, not only does that slow her movement speed and it slows her attack speed because her martial poise, which is her passive, is connected to her attack speed. So the slower attack speed she has, the slower she hops. So you're actually affecting the rate in which, the distance or the speed in which she can hop away or hop forward. You're doing double due diligence by withering Callista. Kog'Maw, Lucian to an extent. I'd have to double check because I'm not sure if the double shot passive actually is affected with the wither because he's an 80 caster. Miss Fortune, the new Miss Fortune after the small rework / buff. Miss Fortune is now being played with press the attack versus being played like a caster with Comet and all that, so it affect her. Neela, Samira, not as much because Samira is just trying to again cast her abilities to get to her ultimate. Sivir, Tristana, Twitch, Varus, Vayne, Zaya, and then Yasuo, similar to Callista. Yasuo and Yone, both their ability cooldown scale off of attack speed. So the slower their attack speed is, the slower their abilities, the cooldown to come up and reuse like their Q is as well. And of course Zeri. Zeri similar to Callista. When she uses her ult, you hit that wither on her and it's really, really bad. So with all that, I don't know. I want to just kind of keep it simple. If you're gonna pick support Nasus, pick them into those champions. The bulk share majority of the 80 carry bot lane lists will get wrecked by support Nasus. Don't pick support Nasus. I guess I should have done it the other way. Don't pick support Nasus into Ezreal, Jhin, Lucian, Samira, and that's it. If you see those champions locked in, don't pick a support Nasus into them. Also, when you're building support Nasus, don't take your Q. I don't know why I see support Nasus taking Q. You only take W. You can either go WE, 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 R, WE, W, Q, 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 or you can go like WE, W, 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 R, W, E, 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 Q, 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 right? At the end of the day, it depends on how you're utilizing your wither, or if you're having to utilize the armor shred on your E. With that being said, you've been kicking it with King. Like I said, short, sweet, to the point. Please feel free to like, subscribe if you enjoyed this content. Try to make it useful, and feel free to join me during the stream. So I appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next time. Audi, 5K.